Today for dinner, we're making the most flavorful, juicy Italian meatballs from scratch. Hi, you're with Wendy and Shannon,
your favorite mother-daughter duo. And trust us, you're gonna love this one. So let's get started.
We're going to start by adding 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a heated pan over medium heat. And once the oil has heated up, we're going to toss in 1 cup of finely minced onion, and we're going to saute the onion till it turns translucent. Now to that, we're going to add 4 finely chopped garlic cloves. And let's continue cooking it until everything softens and caramelizes. Okay, now that the onions and the garlic are looking nice and caramelized, we're going to take it off the heat and allow it to cool.
Now grab a large mixing bowl and add half a pound of lean ground beef and half a pound of ground pork. To that, we're also going to crack in 1 large egg and follow it with 1 cup of fresh breadcrumbs. To make your own breadcrumbs is super easy. You're just going to take a chunk of 2-day-old crusty bread and pulse it in the food processor until you get a coarse crumb. This is going to add great texture and soak up all the flavor. Now don't forget to toss in the cooled onion and garlic mixture from earlier. Our secret ingredient is up next. It's half a cup of creamy ricotta cheese. And now with that, we're also going to add in half a cup of freshly grated parmesan cheese.
For a fresh herby flavor, we're going to go in with half a tablespoon of fresh parsley. And we're first going to coarsely chop it and then cross chop it. And no Italian recipe is complete without a touch of fresh basil. So we're going to take a few basil leaves, roll them up, first slice them, and then we're going to cross chop them. And we're going to add about half a tablespoon of the basil to the mix. To brighten things up, we're going to add the zest of half a lemon. Now to season the meatballs and for a little kick, we're going to add half a teaspoon of chili flakes. And to bring out all the flavors, half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper. Now comes the fun part. Use clean hands and mix everything together till it's beautifully combined.
Combining ricotta cheese with the fresh breadcrumbs gives the meatball a light, airy texture and keeps it moist, tender, and prevents it from becoming too dense or tough. So every bite just melts in your mouth. And now let's shape the meatballs. So you can either shape them using a trigger release ice cream scoop so that they all become the same size, or you can measure with your heart. We're gonna go for option number 2. All right, let's go in. And you're just gonna roll them tightly between your palms. You want them to be roughly the same size so that they all cook evenly. Right, Mom?
Correct. And there you have the first one.
Oh, mine's bigger.
You've got a big heart.
I just want a big meatball. This is actually pretty fun. Yeah. You can always get together with a group of people and make the meatballs together.
Yeah.
Such a fun little activity.
And they're so good that you want to double this batch. This is also a very good prep ahead meal because you can make the meatballs, freeze them, and then fry them whenever you need to.
Want to do a little competition? Who can make the perfect meatball the fastest? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no. Who's gonna win, the pro or the amateur?
There you go.
Oh gosh, mine is small.
And now we're going to keep shaping the meatballs, and we should get around 14 to 15 meatballs. Next, we're going to heat up a wide, heavy bottom pan. Then we're going to lower the heat to medium-low, and we're going to add 1/4 cup of olive oil and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. This mix helps to prevent the olive oil from burning. Once the oil has heated, we're gently going to add in the meatballs and sear them on all sides till they're golden brown. While searing them, make sure to keep turning them around, but be gentle. We want to retain the shape. The goal here is to cook them only 70% of the way through, and we're going to continue cooking them once we put them into the sauce. Now we're going to take them out of the pan, shake off any excess oil, and set them aside. And I like to do this in 2 batches because we don't want to overcrowd the pan. So now let's fry up our second batch. Once we're done frying the meatballs, it's time to drain off the oil and pour in our favorite tomato sauce. It could either be a homemade one, but I'm going in for a store-bought one. The sauce is going to deglaze the pan, and we want it to come to a gentle simmer before adding in some freshly chopped basil And then it's time to add the meatballs to the sauce in a single layer. We're going to swirl the pot to coat all the meatballs with the sauce. You don't want to use a spoon here because the spoon could break up the meatballs. Now we're going to allow this to simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes. This is going to help the meatballs to cook completely while infusing them with all that saucy goodness.
And once the meatballs are ready, it's time to take it off the heat, garnish them with some fresh basil leaves, and get ready to eat. Now you can enjoy these meatballs traditionally over a bed of warm, fresh spaghetti. We're going to place on about 3 meatballs and then top them with that delicious sauce. And then grate on some fresh Parmesan cheese right on top and finish it off with a basil leaf. Now that is the perfect comfort food. And let's cut that meatball and take a look inside. The other way we love to enjoy these meatballs in the summer is as a meatball sub. You're going to start off with a fresh ciabatta bread and layer on that saucy goodness at the bottom. Place on about 3 or 4 meatballs if you're feeling super generous. And then grate on some fresh Parmesan cheese on the top. You can even go in with some mozzarella here. And the finishing touch is always basil leaves.
Oh my goodness! Look at that!
And now the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to give the meatballs a taste. But before we do that, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit on the bell icon to get notified every time we upload new videos. And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay connected with everything that's coming your way. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's dig in.
Wow. Oh.
Cheers. It's so good. We're gonna save the sandwich for later because that's a bit hard to eat. The meatballs were amazing. They're so soft, tender, juicy. And my mom used to make this recipe so much growing up. Now you've gotta give the recipe a taste. So hit the link in the description box below for all the details. Thanks for watching. See ya.